So you got to do me a huge favor. You got to do me a huge favor. You got to get to the point where you don't need a car anymore. You don't need a house anymore. You don't need to be pushed by anybody anymore. Your dreams, your wife's going to push you. Your spouse is going to push you. Your child is going to push you. The need to get better is going to push you. Because you're closer than you're ever going to be, it's going to push you. You don't need anything to push you. Your goals are going to push you. Your dreams are going to push you. The opportunity of a lifetime that happens in this particular time frame is going to push you. It's going to drive you. It's going to make you better. So do me a favor as I leave. You can't be average anymore. 70%. You can't do it. You can't do it and have what you want. You can't give me 70 and be what you want. You can't give me 70 and do what you want. You can't be average anymore. You can't be good anymore. 80%. You can't be good anymore. 80% and have what you want. You can't be good at something and have everything you dreamed of. To make your dreams become reality. To no longer dream them but walk in them. You can't. 90%. You can be good. You can be good. You can be great. But you still won't get it all. I'm telling you. But when you become phenomenal, there's nothing you can't have, nothing you can't do, nothing you can't be. And I believe that you're in this room right now. I believe that we're in the same space right now. I believe we're all in this place together. Listen to me. I believe that we're all in this place together because all of us hate average. None of us want to be good. And for those of us who reach greatness, we have a desire to push past greatness and see what phenomenal looks like. So I need everybody in the room, when you think about your goal and you think about your dream, I need you to understand, as I said to my wife in that hospital room, I can, I will, I must. I need everybody to say it with me. I can, I will, I must. Come on. I can, I will, I must. Again, I can, I will, I must. Now for those of you, you want it all. Every single dream, every single goal. As I say it, for those of you who really want it, you're going to say it and you're going to stand and you're going to say it like you mean it. I can, I will, I must. Come on. I can, I will, I must. Come on. I can, I will, I must. Now say it like you mean it. I can, I will, I must. Again, I can, I will, I must. Again, I can, I will, I must. Now I need you to think about that loved one, that individual that you have to do this for. I need you to say it with me. I can, I will, I must. Come on, for that individual. I can, I will, I must. For that person, I can, I will, I must. For that thing you want to accomplish, I can, I will, I must. Again, I can, I will, I must. Now I want you to think about that hurdle. I want you to think about that thing that keeps pressing you down. I want you to think about that mountain that's hard to climb. I want you to think about that thing that you just can't seem to get over. And we're going to get over it today. We're going to get over it. We're going to get over it together. I can, I will, I must. We're going to add to it. I can get over it. I will get over it. I must get over it. Ready? I can get over it. I will get over it. I must. Come on, come on. I can get over it. I will get over it. I must get over it.
Yeah. I can, I will, I must. I can, I will, I must. That is our stance. That is our stance. We are live today at Confidence Factor. My name is Rudy LaRose. I'm one of your hosts for this evening, and I'm excited to be in the building, baby. As always, oh my gosh, this is going to be on fire. Tonight, we have some amazing things lined up for you. Before we go there, I need you to do me a huge favor. If you're watching me right now, listen, right now, I need you to do two things for me. That's it. That's the only thing I'm going to ask. Two things. Number one, well, maybe three. Number one, stay. Don't leave. Just hang out for us for a few days. For a few minutes. I promise you it's going to be worth it. I promise you the information that you're going to get is going to be absolutely fantastic. Number two, I need you to like right now. I need you to like us right now. I need you to like, comment. I need you to like and comment heart level. Hashtag heart level. I want to say what's up to Pete. What's up? I see you. Yes, I see you. I need you to hashtag heart level right now in the comment section. I want to know that you're here. I want to know that you're watching. I want to know that you're feeling us because we're talking at heart level tonight, guys. This is Confidence Factor for Men Talks. Yes, it is for the guys, ladies. However, we do understand that without you ladies, the guys will show up. I'm just saying. So we need you to talk to your mom, your mom. I'm tripping today. We need you to talk to your boyfriend, your husband, your dad, your uncle, your brother, your friends, you know, the knucklehead down the street. I need you to talk to everybody at the sound of my voice. I want to say what's up to Alim in the building. What's going on, Mr. Alim? Type heart level, hashtag heart level in the comment section. I'm excited to have you guys on the line, but I need you to just focus today. Grab a pen, grab a pencil, grab an iPad, grab an iPhone, whatever you need to grab to take some notes, because tonight we're talking about surviving to thriving. We're talking about surviving to thriving, and we have an amazing guest on the show for tonight because we understand there is power in community. And so we want to connect with some brothers. We want to connect with people. Do me a favor, like, comment, share this live. If you find it instrumental, make sure you comment in the comment section. Let us know that we're doing you a great service by showing up here each and every Thursday. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce to you my man all the way, like down the street all the way, all the way from Jacksonville. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the Shaolin Master himself, Mr. Bobby B in the
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening, good people? Man, I am so excited to be here. What, man? Hey, yo, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? I was just watching a thing how out in Japan that some of the Japanese women are taking on the Hispanic culture out in LA.
Wow.
Like they wear the flannel, the bandanas. They got the two It's called cultural appropriation. I was just learning about this. I'm like, wow,
that's crazy.
But they got low riders. They be bouncing with the cars out in Japan. I'm like, whoa, what's happening, good people, man? Your boy Bobby B here. I'm happy to be here tonight. We're gonna be talking about some very exciting things. I'm pumped up, man. You know, I'm ready to work out. Every time I hear the music, I'm ready to work out.
Man, this feeling.
That's it.
I want to say what's up to Paul watching. I want to say what's up to my man Evan Wiesel in the building. What's going on, man? What's up to Shael? I see you. Victoria Payne, I see you. Natasha, I see you. Stacy, I see you. What's going on? What you got, man? Who you got on your line? Who's watching?
I see my boy Rolo just showed up. He showed up for the party. Hilda just joined us real quick. We got everybody tuning in, man. It's lighting up. And I got 3 more people that I can't see who they are, but you know how it is. You know how it is.
Now, shout out to. So unfortunately tonight we're missing one of our trios. We're missing one because he had an emergency. Unfortunately, we're praying for him right now. Situation going on in the neighborhood, but we got you, brother. We got you back. While you're gone, we're gonna hold down the fort. But we are here still in trial mode. See, man, God knew exactly how to orchestrate things, man. I mean, I'm just saying, he knew exactly how to get things orchestrated. So do we want to tell him now or do we want to tell him later? Because I'm just, every time this brother comes on the line, man, I just get like excited, man.
We could tell him later. I'll tell him later, man. Let me tell him later. It's on you, but you know, hey.
Yeah, you know what? We'll tell him later. We'll tell him a little later. Before we tell him that, I do want to introduce something amazing to you guys. We spoke about it last time. It is here. It is available, ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure. Rather, gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure. Sorry, ladies. Again, you can buy copies and give to the guys, but this is for the men. Guys, we have our Confidence Factor book right here for your enjoyment, right here for your pleasure, right here for your ingestion. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited about the Confidence Factor for Men presents 7 Steps to Unstoppable Confidence. Bobby B, do me a favor. What are those 7 steps? Because I think they want to know. I think they want to know. They want to know what does it take to go from here to there? Because a lot of times what stops people from taking action, it's just not knowing, not being certain about what to do. And so what are the 7 steps that they can expect in this book?
Man, I'm gonna go over the first one, right? I'm gonna go over the first one because I think the first one is the most important, and that was your chapter, and that was on awareness, right? That dude, you got to start right there. I mean, we can go down 7 steps, but then that's like trying to make a cake that, you know what I mean?
Okay.
You don't even have all your ingredients yet.
You got the point. You got the point. You got the point.
Awareness is where it's at, man. You got to be aware, man. You got to be aware that, you know, you're looking for something, you know, as our boy always says, you want to do more, be more, and have more, right?
Yeah.
But you got to be aware that that what you don't know is keeping you back. See, if you knew, then it'd already be different. But there's something going on. You don't know what you don't even know. And so until you become aware of that fact that you don't even know what you don't even know, things are going to continue to be the same. You hear people say it all the time. When's my life going to change? I feel like I'm going around in circles. I feel like I take 1 step forward and I go 2 steps backwards. It's the same thing over and over again. And that's because the awareness has not kicked in. And hey, you know what? Maybe I don't know what I don't know. You know, sometimes with men, you know, unfortunately, you know, I don't want to restrict it to, you know, just the men, but a lot of times with the men, we kind of like, we want things to remain the same. So what happens is we think that we could just, you know, try harder, right? Just try harder. And that'll get you there. You maybe doing something different is going to be the right key. So awareness is the first step. I want to leave it right there. Get the book, man. And ladies, grab the book too, because, you know, that's a common thing that we hear. You know, we hear a common thing, you know, my husband, my boyfriend, whatever, he just want to keep everything the same. I want to grow. I want to expand. And look, I'm going to say, look, straight up, I'm guilty of it. You know, my wife started changing. She started reading books and evolving, going to the next level. I was watching 4 or 5 hours of TV all day, every day. I mean, I pay the bills. I didn't, you know, what else you want me to do, right? That's what I'm thinking. But you know how it is. You know, women have a tendency. I mean, you look around right now. We talked about it before we started the group. Women have a tendency to come in and empower one another. There's women empowerment seminars and, you know, webinars all over the place. And that's been going on for years. But the guys, unless it's sports, I mean, we don't really get involved, right? And then the wife is like, man, I want you to grow. I want us to do more, because women are into change. I mean, look, they change their hair, they change their nails, they change everything, right? Guys, we kind of like, look, I want, you know, short ribs and French fries on every Friday. Like,
right?
And the women's like, yo, you don't want to try some broccoli or asparagus? They like, nah, short ribs and French fries. I'm good right there.
You know, I just realized something, B. You know, I'm thinking about the woman who, you know, maybe their husband's not gonna pick this up, right? Maybe the boyfriend's not gonna, I'm not a reader much or whatever. I'm not really into that. I'm not gonna pick it up, right? But maybe the wife picks it up, or the girlfriend picks it up, or the sister, or the cousin, or the niece, whatever, just picks up this book and reads the book, right? And begin to unravel these steps we're talking about, and decides to share the book, really just share what they got out of the book. Because even though we're talking to the men, but it's in our human nature that we all need to be aware of our environment. We all need to be aware of certain things in our life that we want to see change. Because if we're not aware of it, guess what? It's not going to happen, because it's not there. It's as if it's not there. You know, we talked earlier, you and I were talking earlier about conversation and listening. Even though someone might be talking to you, if you're not listening, guess what? You're not aware of what was said. So just because you're in the room, just because you're present, just because you hear the noise around you, but if you're not aware of what's going on, then it doesn't go in. It doesn't have an impact on you. So, man, I think the ladies need to pick this up too, you know?
Yeah, what I love about the book, man, is we kept it very simple, right? We kept it very simple. I mean, there's a lot of different techniques and strategies and, you know, tactical tools that we could have put. We could have made it a big old thick book to, you know, bog somebody down. But when we set out to do the book, we said, hey, let's just keep it simple. Let's make it so that anybody can pick it up. You know, one thing would help me with the book, because when we first got together, we talked about writing a book, right? And it took us some time to get there, but we were really formulating our thoughts. And in the beginning, it was, hey, you know what? Let's make this book simple enough so that when somebody picks it up, you said to me something that was very powerful and it changed me. And it really got me to push to go, to like actually go through with this. You said, look, I said, man, but we not, we don't have the million in our bank accounts yet and all that. I kind of want to wait until then. That was my thinking. And you were like, nah, bro, like you may have been in the basement and all you did was get out the basement to the first floor, right? That's it. And you said to me, there's somebody else still in the basement and they're trying to figure out how to get out. Just help them. That changed everything. That changed my whole perspective about writing this book. So we wrote the book so that, a female can pick it up, a male can pick it up, and a female, a wife or a girlfriend or what. Hey, check out this book. I saw these guys and, they're talking about, just change and evolving and building your confidence back up. And we know that, we service the guys between ages 35 and 55. And that's where life starts to transition. There's things in your body taking place. You're missing the old, track and field days and, you're not as fit as you were. You're not eating like you were. And you're looking to get to the next level. So the book is very simple. Anybody can pick it up. I recommend, grab a few, put it in your car. If you come across, some guy somewhere that, maybe needs a little encouragement, which we're finding more and more every day, give them a copy of the book. That's all. That's how we wrote it. So it's very simple to get you engaged, get you started out the basement. Still got me there?
My audio.
Okay, there you go. Boom.
Technical difficulties.
No worry, we in there.
Oh man.
So what I like to do, if you can put in heart level in the comments, let us know you're still with us. Let us know you're listening and that you actually hear us, right? I want to say what's up to April. April is out there. My boy Jose is out there as well. Got a bunch of people. So like this, subscribe, start a watch party. If you know some other people in your circle that may need to hear something like this, go ahead and start a watch party and invite people to come on. Sometimes by you doing it, someone else may go ahead and get a call. All right, so while Rudy gets that together, okay, boom, perfect.
Yep.
We want to get started on the show topic, because we want to talk to you guys about a few things that you can actually do to go from surviving to thriving. So we have a few things laid out for you. Rudy, you want to hit us up with phase one? What do you think are some of the things you need to go from surviving to thriving?
Yeah, I want to definitely hit you up with phase one. And when I want to start this by telling you a story. I remember a few years ago, there was a time in my life where I didn't have much, and I didn't have much. It wasn't because I couldn't. It was because, going through a separation and going through a divorce and going through, a point where you go from having these things that you depend on, a house, car, clothes, furniture, all that kind of stuff. And then you go from that to just not having any of that stuff at all. And I remember thinking to myself that it's easy to be thankful when you have stuff, right? It's easy to be thankful when everything's going good. It's easy to be thankful when everything seems to be going great in your life, when you have money in the bank, when you have clothes, shoes, food, whatever. But when you get to a point in your life when those things are stripped away, like they were in my life, you start to look at things differently. And then you have a question that you have to ask yourself. Do I have a right to these things? Do I have a right to live a certain way? Do I have a right to own this certain car or have this certain house or, eat the way that I eat? Like, is this something that I must do? Is this something that is owed to me? Does society owe me the right to be rich or to have money or to have these things? And I had to ask myself during that period of time in my life is, do I have a right to those things? Do I have a right to live a good life, a decent life? Do I have a right to the journey that I was in? And as I became aware of these things, and I became aware of these questions that I was asking myself, I realized as I was living at my cousin's house, sleeping on his, I think it was a sofa at the time, or sleeping on, I don't think it was a sofa. I take that back. I think it was just a small bed, whatever it was. But at my cousin's house at that time, I had my clothes and my car. That's all I had left was my clothes. The car, the house was gone. The furniture, like everything was gone. The relationship was gone. It was just my clothes and my car. And I remembered how grateful I was. I know it's weird. I remember how grateful I was. And I was grateful because here I was at the age that I was, having to start all over again. I mean, losing the business, losing clientele, this was in 2008, 2009. So like, you can imagine, going from like 30, 40 contracts to 3 and losing it all. Losing my favorite car. I mean, just having it all strip away from me, and still thinking to myself, I'm grateful. And that's what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about what it's like to have gratitude in your life. Because in the times that we're in right now, it's easy not to have those things. It's easy to say, woe is me. It's easy to say, what about this? What about, the job, the cars, the house, the relationship, the kids, there's so many things that we can look at and be worried about and be concerned about. But have you thought about, for just one quick second, how grateful you are, how grateful you need to be just be alive, just be breathing, just be in a space where you can create again? Because in this moment, in the time that I was in having to start my life all over again, I just start thinking to myself, even though I'm down right now, but it doesn't mean I have to be down forever. Even though I don't have these things, these tangible things in my life, but I have a mind, I have breath, I have life, I have my hands, I have legs, I can do things. As my man says, I can get up off this chair, right? I started thinking about the things that I have. And for me, that's what gratitude is being thankful about the things that you do have versus focusing on the things that you don't have. Because if we begin to focus on the things that we don't have, we can go down the list. And I don't want to go down that rabbit hole with you today, but I want you to think about, what is it that you have in your life right now that you can be grateful for? Matter of fact, I'll even challenge you this. I'll challenge you to take a piece of paper and just start writing the things that you're grateful for. Writing the things that you that make your life better. And I promise you that you'll find more things to be grateful for than things not to be grateful for. And let me tell you what the opposite of that does to you. The opposite of being grateful allows you to see the world in a lens that no matter what happens in your life, it's never good enough. No matter what happens in your life, it's never enough to take you to the next level. You want more, and you're looking for more, and you're looking, well, this is not good, well, this is not going this way, or this can, like, you're never at a place where you're content no matter what happens in life. And that's miserable. I know for me, it's to live in that space, for me, it's not productive. I remember talking to a friend of mine one day. I said, the times that I've seen you the most productive, the time that I see you flourish, the time where I see you grow is when you're in a space where you can create. And because of all the things that's going on in your life, it's robbed you from being in that space. And so if you can find yourself being in that space to create again, if you can find yourself being in that space to give, to produce, man, you'll see how your life can change. And when you think about being ungrateful for things, it puts you in a space where you can no longer create, because what you see is what you don't have, rather than seeing the things that you do have. So right now, if you have a mind, if you can think, just those things alone. I remember Les Brown watching him one time, as he's getting older, and he was saying, I know I'm getting older, and he had to go through cancer and all these kind of things. And he said, yeah, I know I'm getting older, but you know what? I am just grateful for my mind. Because once the mind is gone, what do you have left? You just the body. But just being thankful for the mind and the ability to create things in your mind, to bring things into your mind. Because I tell you this, it's not about where you're from. It's about the environment that you put yourself in. It's not about your DNA. It's not about the things that are going around, here and over there. It's about the things you allow yourself to surround yourself with that's going to make a difference in your life. So today I want to ask you, what are you grateful for? How are you allowing gratitude to navigate in your life so that you can begin to see things differently? Because in the end, the only way we're going to go from surviving to thriving is we begin to look inside, begin to be aware, as we were saying earlier, aware of the things in our lives that make a difference, aware of our children, our spouses, our family, those who are still surviving in the midst of all this, those who are still desiring to thrive, those who are still having dreams and goals and aspirations. During this pandemic, I find myself having so many things that I'm aspired to do now. Not the opposite. Why? Because I'm still alive. I'm grateful for that. And so through it, I'm able to build my health. I'm able to write a book. I'm able to put a video out. I'm able to inspire. I'm able to get on these lives every single week and inspire people. Why? Because I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for being here. I'm grateful for being alive. I'm grateful for being able to breathe. So I ask you this today. What are you grateful for? And as I bring my man Bobby B on the line, Bobby B, what are you grateful for, man?
Man, I am so grateful, brother, to have good people surrounding me. That was part of it. When we set out on this journey a few years ago, one of the things that came up is we were asking ourselves, why do you think you haven't hit your goals yet? Like the real goals that we had in our life. We were talking about that.
Yep.
And so what I found is, here it was, we started off with trying to write a book. Yes, it's a year or so later, but we got it done. Mm-hmm. Even tonight, one of the Confidence Factor brothers had an emergency because of community, right? There's somebody in his community that needed him. They come knock on the door. He had to go. He had an emergency, but we're here to cover, to keep it going. Mm-hmm. We don't have to stop just because. So when you're by yourself, you rely only on one. When you have community, somebody can pick up the weight, and the weight is not as heavy because it's a shared community. So one of the things I'm definitely grateful for is to have community. So like, my brother Rudy said, what are you grateful for? Everybody, we believe in the law of attraction. We believe in magnetism. If you're here, you're watching, it's for a reason, right? Mm-hmm. So you can type in the comments, what are you grateful for? Share one or two or three things. You see, what happens is that, you may not think it's that important, but you can shift somebody else's mind. Other people start reading the comments and see, hey, wow, that person is grateful. That person is grateful. I'm in the neighborhood of gratefulness. I'm in the neighborhood of thankfulness. And now that person starts thinking, well, what could I be grateful for? Right? You can shift the whole mind. So, one thing I'm grateful for is to have a community of people around me, not just Confidence Factor, but just in general. I made a specific rule for myself to make sure I'm surrounded with great people. So it's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing journey. So that's what I'm grateful for. But type in the comments. We want to hear from you. Like, we genuinely care. We genuinely want to know. One thing we found with men is that men feel like they're lonely. They feel like they're isolated, and they feel like that they don't matter. And it's not true. There are men out there, and that are, when they join us for the Champions Bowl, they're like, wow, like, this is what I needed. I needed this, right? And sometimes here's something very valuable, and I want to share this with the men. This was very valuable for me. I didn't know this, right? One thing I was doing in my relationship is I was exhausting my relationship with my wife in terms of sharing my ideas, my, the this and the that. I was just sharing everything. So it was too much on my wife. There was some things that if I had some male friends, I can go to them and share certain things with them and ideas, and I can keep my relationship space a little bit more free and clear of some of the clutter that I'm bringing into it. So you know, maybe you're a man and you're doing everything with your wife. Maybe you're looking for a community. Not everybody's in the military. Not everybody went to college and has, you know, certain type of, you know, brothers or fraternities. But this is what this is for us. This is like a brotherhood, like a military, a college, or, you know, it's a place where men can come and we can share ideas. And what I love most about it is that there's no judgment. We have all fallen down. We've all got back up. And it's just what it is. So, you know, share what you're grateful for. We want to hear from you.
Yes, sir. I don't know if she heard, but she's one of the reasons why we're here, guys. She's one of the reasons why we're here, because when we got together with her and she saw how, you know, we were excited and on fire, she said, you know what, we need more men like you guys. And because of that, I vividly remember that conversation and saying, you know what, it's time for me to step up. So thank you, Tasha Chen.
We appreciate you, Tasha.
Thank you.
Definitely. So yeah, we are seeing some comments. People are Tasha Chen is saying, hey, I'm a girl, grateful for evidence of guys like you. So that, you know, bless Nikki. All right. And Facebook user says fire. So there's people commenting out there saying what they're grateful for. I know we have, you know, maybe a little delay there, but definitely we want to hear from you. I want to go ahead and share, Rudy, on something too, man, because what you were saying, it was so powerful when you're talking about being grateful, being thankful. You know, one of the things that happened with me is, you know, when I got to Jacksonville, you know, I came to Jacksonville, I had $26 in my pocket. I had $26 in my pocket, and I was scared, bro. This is one of the biggest cities, biggest land masses in Florida. And I was like, I don't know anybody. I don't have a vehicle. I don't have any clothes. I don't, you know, I'm starting from scratch with $26 in my pocket on a debit card, you know, when I got here. So I wanted to talk to the guys tonight also about having vision, right? Having a vision for your life in terms of what's your desire, right? That's important. What are you after? What do you want in your life? After being grateful, you know, gratefulness puts you in the mind of, you know what? I do have some things going on for me. I am somebody and I can make it somewhere. But one of the things we have to look at is, you know, I began to look at is, you know, why am I doing this? You know, what's my desire? When this is all said and done, why am I here? And what am I after? What am I trying to accomplish in this life? And one of the terminologies, two of the phrases I heard was, "Don't wish it were easy, wish you were better." Right? That quote really stuck to me. Don't wish it were easy, wish you were better. Because in the process of falling down, sometimes our minds get fixed on what we don't have and, you know, what's not going right for us. And that's a trick. The trick is to make you become consumed with what you don't have. And once you enter into gratefulness, you shift your mind to say, hey, I'm happy for what I do have. I'm appreciative. And how many of you out there are parents that when you have the child that comes to you and says, you know what, mom, dad, I'm grateful for your sacrifice. I'm grateful for you working hard to provide for us. I'm grateful for, you know, everything you're doing in my life. And that gratefulness just springs you into wanting to do more. It shows that appreciation. Well, it's the same thing, you know, with life. I wanted to be grateful for life. When I got here in Jacksonville, I had $26 in my pocket, didn't have a place, you know, a house, didn't have a car, and I was rebuilding and starting over from scratch. That was a very difficult thing because I had to look at my life and say, hey, I'm still grateful. I'm grateful. I had to take the bus all around Jacksonville. One of the things that stuck with me was the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. And when I came here to Jacksonville, I was nervous because the city was so big. I'm used to driving everywhere, doing everything myself. I came with no car and I was on the bus. But turns out, you know, riding the bus for me was very intimidating because I hadn't ridden the bus in years since I've been a young kid. And so getting on the bus with a bunch of people I don't know, with a bunch of different activities, yeah, it really intimidated, made me very uncomfortable. It was like a big deal for me. But as it turns out, entering into that space was a good thing for me. I got a chance to learn the whole city, something I didn't want to have to go through, but I ended up learning the whole city, learning where everything was, how to get to various places. Sometimes, you know, in the midst of the trials that we are facing lies the opportunity. So the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. I'm always fascinated when I listen to people on the phone. And I'm in a particular space where I deal with real estate investing. So I deal with homeowners who are in a very distressed state with their properties, and they're trying to figure out how to navigate through very difficult times where they need to either sell their property because of foreclosure, what have you. And then I'm also in the training space where I'm waking up 3 days a week and I'm working out with people. And what I find is that when people are in crises, sometimes we just don't see the end clearly. We need a better vision of what it is we're working towards. See, you can't hit a target, right, that's not in front of you, right, that you're not looking at. If you don't put a target out in front of you, if you aim at nothing, you're going to hit it. So you need to put a target out in front of you. So the question is what do you want? When I came here, I wanted to be an even better a person than I was before. I was coming home from prison. I was rebuilding. I had to stop and start my life over, because I realized, like most people, millions of dollars had passed through my hands. And I was wondering, where's all the money? I made a lot of money over the years. Where's all the money? Where's all the things? Where's all the things I was striving and pushing for? And I realized that none of those things were here. And so that made me reevaluate, well, what is it that you want out of life, man? Like, do you just want to get like, a bunch more houses, a bunch more cars, and, just a bunch of people talking surface conversations. And I realized that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. I wanted to be surrounded with good people. I wanted to be surrounded with people who were interested in the things I was interested in. I wanted people to, when they think about my name, they say, hey, this guy, when I'm around him, he inspires me, he encourages me, he listens to me, right? And so I had to give what it is I wanted, but most of all, I had to have a vision for my life. So I set out and I created a dream board. Shout out to Tasha Chen. This year we attended her the manifesting event. 2020, the vision for the next decade. That was inspiring. I have it here on my wall. We did a manifested board, and I went to Walmart and created an even bigger board. So I put Tasha Chen's manifesting board, and I put some another board behind it and made my board bigger. And what was so beautiful about this time creating my board was I had the opportunity to step back, and I said to myself, I said, man, like, this is me. Like, if all these things happen on this board, it would make my life full, and I would have lived a very good life. So what do you want? I really want to know from you. This is for me probably the most exciting thing to hear from people, is when I ask them what they want, because a lot of times people don't really sit down. You say, well, what do you want? Oh, I'd like to hit the lottery. Well, what does that mean if you hit the lottery? Like, if you hit the lottery, what will it mean to your life? How will your life change? And so what you're really looking for is, you're looking for a feeling. You're looking for a feeling. You're looking for a feeling of, gratitude and joy and happiness, right? Is what you're really looking for. And it's by way of some of these things. So what do you want in your life? I'd like to hear from you. Type in the comments what you want. What you want. If you can have anything, if money weren't an issue, what would you want? I love to ask my clients, if all the stars and moon aligned and everything was perfect, if you could say something out of your mouth and see exactly what you said, what is it that you would want? Write that in the comments, because that gives you an aiming point of where you can go. We heard in the beginning, I can, I will, I must. I realized that I wanted to create a new version of myself. I realized I wanted to leave a legacy for my family. I realized that I